to love my wife more. I ended up falling off the loving my wife part.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. Go Bria, go Bill, go Bess, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs.
Alright, so Happy New Year, Cufflinks fam.
Happy New
This
Year!
is our first video for the year, and we're coming to you from the very, very precious place of our car. So we're on the road, and we just decided to just stop by and do this video real quick. And I'm going to be asking, but she don't have a clue, I'm going to be asking her what are some, not resolutions, but some of the things she hopes to accomplish for 2023. Three things, 2023, three things, three main things. I will start first because I just spring it on her. So one of my major objectives is to love my wife more.
What an awesome New Year's resolution!
It's not a resolution, it's a desire.
Okay.
Last year got a bit hectic, and in getting hectic, you know, even in working together to achieve more and to do more, I ended up falling off the loving my wife part, and I confess, I apologize, and I've started working on it, and it is my aim for 2023 to love my wife more. Her love language, I would cry. It's just that, let's be real, you know, you work so hard to being a better father and to providing for your family. You work so hard to
The financial part.
to ensure that the financial part is well taken care of, that the quality time that you used to spend gets less and less. And even when you're spending time together, and we're remarking about today, we've been on the road almost all day, but the quality time has made a difference. So it's not as burdensome, and we're not just business. So that is my number one thing for this year, because you end up working so hard to secure a good life and peace and joy for you and your partner and your family, that sometimes you work so hard to do it that it gets so damaged that at the end of it you now try to repair what you've broken. So let me nip it in the bud and stop it from now, so that it gets easier along the way instead of trying to repair it after the fact. And that was one of the things that I did when I left working in town. You know, I realized that it could get worse before it gets better. So let me work on making it better
before
it gets worse. So that's my number one thing, you know. And yeah.
So for me,
And don't follow me.
no, I'm not going to follow you because I know that's what you're going to say. So I'm not going to follow you. So apart from being a better wife, of course, it's always my aim. Every night when I go to my bed, God can tell you, ask Him. God can tell you that one of my prayers is to be a better wife and mom. Right? So that's one of the things. But in my three, one of the things that I'm aiming to do is to be better organized. And by better organized, I mean with, what is it?
Not early.
Yeah, is to, all right, so when it comes on to deadlines, no issues meeting deadlines. Brian can tell you, we hit deadlines spot on. We meet deadlines, surpass outlines. But I think we put ourselves under a lot of undue pressure because of several things. And one of the things, and I wouldn't say it's a fault, but sometimes when we have work to do, we fall asleep.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
We fall asleep at night with the girls.
Putting the children to sleep.
And so, yeah, and so sometimes it throws off our schedule, and then the rush and stuff. Mind you, you know, we don't compromise the quality, you know, but I think between us,
and that is why it's a big issue too.
Yeah, and then it turns out into arguments sometimes between us when me I rush him to get it done, he must say don't rush him, and you know, it's just a whole lot of things. So organization, that's one of the things, and I think a part of that is ensuring that our schedule, like we schedule properly.
And stick to it.
And stick to it. And one of the things that I
Set
want to do
alarms.
is, I know we normally work after the kids go to sleep, but to be honest, I feel like that's not the best strategy anymore, because I think that we're more tired that way because we're up
Putting
all
to them is
day.
a chore. Putting them to bed is a chore.
Right. So to be up all day and then stay up all night to work, we're burnt out the next day. So I want us to work on, well, I know it's an us thing, but personally, I want to work on scheduling things better and scheduling things better in the mornings. In terms of our morning routine with the girls, I want to kind of tighten that up. So it would be a correlation between proper scheduling for bedtime and proper scheduling for the morning routine. That will help to alleviate a lot of the stress during the day when it comes on to scheduling.
You realize you're in a white and in a black.
Yeah.
Number 2, I want to prioritize more of the spiritual side of life. I've started, for those of you on IG, go follow me at Valiant Cufflinks.
We can maybe post them on YouTube as shorts, because we have that feature now.
There you go. I've done it over the years, probably 6 or so years.
You've always been
Mondays
doing it.
Musing. Every
Even
Monday.
before we got married, you know,
Yeah.
you were always doing it.
Every Monday.
You used to do it on Facebook, your old Facebook.
My name?
Brian Maurice.
Monday, Brian Resonance Maurice. Mondays musing, Tuesdays thoughts, etc. So different things that I think about and I share it via writing. But I've started doing it via videos, one for the week. And you know, one of the things we aim to do is to inspire others, encourage others, and be difference makers. But we do it in living versus in actually putting something out. So I want to be actively putting things out instead of just allowing people to see it based on the life I live. That is good too, that is more important. But I do believe, you know, stopping somebody in their tracks and allowing them to hear something that a perspective or so that they've not thought about, or something to encourage them and help them through their week, is important. So
Yeah, I like that. And Brian has always been doing this, so I know it's something that he has always been passionate about. And I think the dynamic between us, him doing that, I think it will add a nice little touch to what both of us offer in terms of the comedic content, the spiritual side, the entertainment, the informative, the whole works. All right, so for me, number 2, it has to do with content creation. I want to broaden my offerings in terms of what it is that I put out there. So there is a new series that we've come up with called BFF. It's called the Bass's Fast 5, and it aims to be entertaining, informative, inspirational, much like the YouTube channel, right? And so you can look out for that on IG if you are on Instagram, and we'll think about including it in shorts for YouTube. You can let us know if you want us to include it in the short reels on YouTube. So to just broaden, I want to broaden my reach in terms of the content that I do. So not only comedy, of course it's not only comedy I do, but not only comedic content, but you know, things that can also appeal to different cultures and persons who don't speak patois and that kind of thing. So I want to broaden, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I want
Just
to broaden my
5 things
offerings.
each week, or whenever, how often should you do it? 5 things.
5 things about anything. My perspective.
Final one for me. I think it just overall, let me put it under development. I want to go back to the gym. I remember when I was hitting goals, I was hitting records, I was PBing in the gym. And you know, you're getting older, girls getting bigger. I want to be more active in being able to help them around and to run up and down with them and lift them. And when we got to the, the airport and we have the 2 luggages and we have the girls, it's the 2 pieces of luggage, have the girls, and you know, I said this some time ago that I want to be able to lift all 3 of you at the same time. So if you want my back and each in my hand. So that's one of my goals I want to work on again. Developing myself. I want to learn a second language. I want to learn French. I really want us to start. I want us to start, especially for other things. Watch it, man! Park, man! Park! I want to work on French classes, so we can probably do that online.
Yeah.
And just
We're going to
develop
try the
myself.
Rosetta Stone and see how it works.
Just develop myself and get better.
Alright, and last one for me is, I know I hinted at it before, but I really want to be a better mother. I mean, last night I asked Bria, what more can I do to be a better mother?
Yeah. We're going to do a video
You're
on
going to
that.
do a video
Interview
on
with
that.
Bree.
But holistically, I know that I do a lot of work on my phone because that's my job. But sometimes I feel guilty that I spend so much time on my phone, even though I know it's my job. So I want to manage my time better. I don't want them to just grow out of my sight. And, you know, I miss things. I mean, I'm still mentally trying to grasp the whole being a social media personality in terms of just working from my phone, because before that, being on my phone all the time was just kind of just wasting time. But I know I'm not doing that now, but I still want to try and find a balance between work, and because then I work from home, then that's a whole other thing, because you know, you work from home, the work never ends. So I'm thankful that I have a management team now who helps me to deal with a lot of the administrative stuff, so it frees up my hand a little bit better. So I just want to be a better mother. I want to be a better wife. I want to be able to manage our household better. I mean, not saying I'm not managing it, but any improvement is good improvement. So yeah.
All right, running
We
with some
soon
of my
come.
friends.
Bye.
Yeah.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some love.